Hi. Okay, so today Cathryn and I are going to be talking about albinism. So what is albinism and how does it affect the body? Albinism is a genetic condition that affects the pigment color of people's skin, eye, and hair color. This is because people who have albinism can't produce a normal amount of melatonin. Melatonin is the chemical that produces the color pigment for eyes, hair, and skin color. Another interesting thing about albinism is it affects eyesight as well. So along with hair color and color pigment being a little off, your eyesight can be affected as well. People that are born with albinism get it from both parents having the gene that's albinism. In the most common forms of albinism, both parents carry the gene. But even if both parents carry the gene, the chance of the child getting albinism is still 1/4. So it's a very low rate. Even if the child doesn't get the disease, the chance of being a carrier is 1 in 2. So a half chance of being a carrier of albinism. So that child that has a half chance of carrying the gene for albinism, if they grow up and they do have the gene, the carrier gene, and they marry someone with albinism, the chance of their baby being albinism is 1/4 as well. Albinism is typically sex-linked. Usually mothers or females will pass it along to their males or sons. To sum it up, albinism is a gene mutation and it's sex-linked from mothers carrying it to their sons. What's the specific scientific reason albinism is caused? Albinism is caused by a gene mutation. Mutations in 4 of the genes: OCA1, OCA2, OCA3, and OCA4. OA genes causes X-linked ocular albinism. Recessive ocular albinism is relatively common and females are severely affected like males. In albinism, there's usually 3 frame shifts throughout their genes. 3 different types of frame shifts that happens within 3 individuals. So the first individual had a single base deletion within 5 guide lines. This resulted in an early stop codon. The second individual had 2 frameshift mutations. It had the same deletion as the first individual and a deletion of a T and G pair with the sequence GT, GT, G. This forms the termination codon. In this albinism, proteins are affected as well because of the frameshifts that are affected earlier on. OCA2 gene provides instructions for making a protein. This protein is called the P protein. It's a protein that specializes in making melatonin. Melatonin, as we discussed before, is what gives the body the pigments for color, for the skin, the hair, and the eyes. Because of these frame shifts that the individuals have, the P protein, which creates melatonin, is affected, which overall affects the eye color and pigments, which is albinism. Thank you. Now we're going to take it on to Cathryn.
Someone with albinism will most commonly have crossed eyes, an absence of melanin, which is decoloration in the skin, freckles, and blurred vision. Albinism does not typically affect the lifespan of somebody who has it, but it may limit the activities they have outside because their skin cannot tolerate the UV rays from the sun. There are no cures for albinism yet, but there are some things they can do to help their way of life, such as getting eye surgery to stop abnormal eye movement, get prescription glasses to correct their vision, and to get sunglasses to protect their eyes from the sun's rays. The most common cause of albinism is an interruption in the functioning of the enzyme tyrosinase, and every 1 in 70 people carry the albino gene.
This is my dog. The funny thing is she's blind and she's very pale. She's an albino dog.